probably 800 to 1,000 people here, as well as a number of people coming in on Zoom. So there's a lot of and as well as the people in the TeleICU, as well as the ICU ward. So you're going to see a lot of action. We're very excited to have you on board. Stay tuned. As we're waiting for the Chief Minister, we're going to play you a little introduction video. This video was shot sometime last year here in Manipur, and as we're waiting for Chief Minister, we'll be playing you this video.
TeleICU system, which connects the specialist doctors at the Jawaharlal
Hello.
Nehru Institute of
Check.
Medical Sciences, also known as JNIMS, to the doctors and
Manipur, Assam, Meghalaya, Sikkim and Nagaland. A total of 200 ICU, 10-bed ICU units are being deployed in these 8 states. In Manipur alone, we have deployed 16 10-bed ICUs, but it has the distinction of being the first state to deploy the cutting-edge TeleICU module across the country. Imphal, the state capital, faced a huge upsurge in COVID cases during the waves 1 and 2 as the healthcare system resources were stretched to deal with the large number of COVID positive cases. Tamenglong is a sparsely populated hilly district of Manipur with frequent landslides, earthquakes and avalanches. At Tamenglong, during the second wave, infected COVID cases were on the rise, causing hardships and loss of life in the remotest of areas of the state.
In the first wave of COVID-19 attacks, churches and social organizations, they became alive and they even provided food, sent cooked food to the COVID care centers, because things came so suddenly that only government hospital could not manage feeding the patients in the COVID care center.
From home isolation, she refused to come. That is another one. And another one somehow we sent, but on the way he succumbed, the renal transplant patient. Then another one, old age people.
Like road condition is terribly bad. Say like Tamenglong, but because of this construction, road construction is going on this rainy season, and last time we went to the visit for site evaluation for Tamenglong, terribly bad.
Accessibility to the high quality medical infrastructure, digital healthcare platforms and reliable vehicular movement will reduce the time to access hospitals in the hill districts of Tamenglong.
With the 10-bedded ICU, if it comes up, it will help us, and for us also we feel like comfort to manage. With so much limited things, we are also in high tension. Even the doctors are in tension. So if it comes up, then it will be a great help.
Hon'ble District Hospital is the only government hospital in the area.
Most of the people in Manipur are not rich. They cannot afford the private hospitals also. Private hospitals are very costly, and the transport facilities are also very costly.
As far as the manpower is concerned, the whole state is facing this lack of manpower, and this hospital Hon'ble is also facing the same problem. We are utilizing some doctors and staffs and these multitasking staffs also this on contract basis. That is in fact not enough for running a ICU. Actually, we will require more manpower, including specialist doctors and trained nursing staffs also.
So today we are very happy to have an interaction with the representative of the Government Foundation, and I'm sure that as we venture to these novel activities, especially in this technological area where the service of critical ICU service will be very much helpful to people. I'm sure that we will be able to save quite a good number of lives on the street also.
सेकेंड वेव आने के टाइम में तो पहले से बिगड़ा हुआ है कि फर्स्ट वेव ने इतना इफेक्ट दे दिया है, तो फिर सेकेंड वेव आने में तो बहुत तकलीफ हो गया। सबका बिजनेस, सबका जो काम ख़राब चल रहा है, तो सेकेंड वेव में ज़्यादा तकलीफ मिला। लेकिन उसमें हमारा प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर कल्याण गरीब करके जो राशन फ्री में बांट दिया, इसी से थोड़ा अच्छा मिला।
Reducing the mortality which is caused by this COVID or any future pandemics or any disease which may come, I feel like it can help in reduction of that, and it's a very good initiative.
District hospitals and community health centers, you can make ICU, because we had faced difficulties to have bed in the government public hospitals and the government residence.
हाँ, हमारा ये कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में भी कोई CHC होता है, यहाँ में ICU और ऑक्सीजन का हॉस्पिटल हो जाता तो बहुत अच्छा होता है। सभी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, सभी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में एक ICU का हॉस्पिटल रहे तो ये सॉल्व तो कर सकेगा, क्योंकि इम्फाल इसका इतना कंस्टिट्यूएंसी है, सब JNIMS में जा रहा है तो वहाँ में इतना ICU बेड भी नहीं है, तो क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुआ। इसीलिए सभी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में कम से कम 10 to 15 ICU बेड का कोई हॉस्पिटल हो तो ये प्रॉब्लम ज़रूर सॉल्व हो जाएगा।
Technopal, on the other hand, is a recently formed district of Manipur, has a single government district hospital. The Technopal district is bordering Myanmar and even sees many Myanmar patients cross the border to seek treatment at the district hospital. These hilly districts and their populations will greatly benefit from their own 10-bed ICU infrastructure and access to specialists from JNIMS through the TeleICU platform.
Because in Technopal district there were no COVID care center or COVID treatment facility of our district. So our DC had come down here and we had went to many places to search for a proper place to build a COVID care center. There was not there. We don't have that much of infrastructure also, so the DC had decided to convert this hospital as the COVID care center. And the first patient was in July 22nd. She was a nurse. She was working in some hospital. She had come back home and she was tested positive at our screening center. Our screening center is at Palel. She was tested there, RT-PCR, and she was found positive and she was transferred here. The news about this second wave had started. We were all prepared. Again, it was very much worse than the first wave. Like we don't have that much of manpower, we don't have that much of facilities here. Thing is, like, setting up this ICU ward, it's very good, but like as I have told, we are planning to set it up in the first floor. We don't have that much of space, so we have to renovate the area properly. For that renovation we need a lot of funds also.
We'll have to improve the infrastructures. And then on the manpower issues, definitely we need experts. We need services of specialists, presence of specialist doctors there at more sub-divisional hospitals, and nurses have to be trained. And then if there's a possibility of training the nurses and doctors through telemedicine kind of thing, that's nothing like that, then we update their skill, and then manpower is very availability of manpower in the entire district, particularly doctors, is very less, and then we cannot get doctors.
The addition of 10-bed ICUs will hopefully improve the critical care infrastructure of every district of Manipur. This improved ICU infrastructure is not sufficient since there is an acute shortage of specialists in these far-flung district hospitals. The TeleICU hub at the JNIMS hospital in Imphal, using the high-tech cloud care platform, will allow specialists at JNIMS to truly jump in and take care of severe patients who need immediate care in the district hospitals.
Hello everyone. We've paused the video. We're waiting for the CM. As you can tell, the convoy is arriving, and the action will now shift to the actual ICU ward as the CM arrives, and we'll be taking you there.
Nang zoom the thing the thadi, no in a thale. You don't thale. Hello.
Hello everyone. So, as you can see, the Chief Minister will now be going upstairs to the ICU ward where the beds have been installed. And to all my friends on the Zoom, just please bear with us. There is a lot of echo because we have multiple cameras and multiple mics.
Hello, sir. Sir.
Check. So the scene you see in front of us is the actual ICU ward of the JNIMS hospital. We are now officially unveiling.
The government of Manipur, Directorate of Health Services, inaugurates the TeleICU hub at JNIMS, implemented in partnership with the 10BedICU partners. Sri N. Biren Singh, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, today on May 3rd, 2022 has inaugurated it. This has been donated by Vinod Khosla, founder partner, Khosla Ventures in Menlo Park, California. Thank you so much. Please, I want to take you through the whole thing.
Skip the ward.
Yes, sir. Sir, all the hospitals are connected. Today, JNIMS has a ward. We will go there after this. We have Churchandrapur, Chandel, Taubal, Tamenglong and Ukhrul connected today. All the 16 hospitals will be connected to this. This is a high-tech center. LAN networking has been done. Their equipment,
So we can monitor the patient from here.
Yes, sir. Sir, we will show you a demo. The doctors are waiting there. But sir, just before that, you can the patient. You can see the face of the patient. You can look into the eyes. They're very high-res cameras. I'll show you when we go to the ward. There are large cameras on the ceiling. This is JNIMS, which is upstairs. Sir, there downstairs. Oh, sorry, downstairs. I'm sorry. And the other monitors there you see. Churchandpur is there. Chandel is there. The superintendents of the hospital are all there. Here we have Ukrul out there. So all of these are connected here. Sir, if you want, you would just take a quick look at the various wards. There it's we're showing Churchandpur over there. Can you move a little bit? Yeah. Over there. And we have the superintendents and the CMOs from Churchandpur who have come. Please come over. And sir, over there is Chandel. Chandel is live over there. Sir, or and as you have the equipment, so the monitors are connected. So the Ethernet cable is what is taking off the data. We have cameras. Here, it can go right into the face. It can zoom into the monitor. It can show the full bed. The doctor can come and talk to our specialist here at JNIMS. Any of the hospitals can be done through the department. Here's a look at this demo is different. These are all all of these have boards. Mistakes are the doctor here should know which hospital is patient number, patient IDs here. So no mistakes will be made. You're thinking this is all this mistake. All that has been made here. This is not here. This is the process, and the superintendent is here. And it's all set up. All the 16 hospitals are complete equipment is all set up. Here the we have two sections. This one is the in the middle there is another so can we both same standard pattern. Sir, आपको क्या हाल है ICU hospitals. District hospital 5 like that. Now for pediatric more we are putting up. But this one is connected by tele. This is connected by tele, but those who are already installed and are not connected to the tele. They can also feel benefits and the doctor can consult through consultation. Sir, here we are going to do a live demonstration. Dr. Rakesh is here from JNIMS. Aparna is from our team. She designed this product. He is the lead of technology who built all this technology for us. We're going to do a live demo where we're going to show the interactions of how the doctor can help and treat the patients. Yeah, Aparna, please go ahead.
Please take it on live connected with 6 ICUs, 5 peripheral ICUs, and today we'll be focusing on Chandel for the demo. So Dr. Rakesh is going to show you how you can zoom into the details of one particular patient. So here Dr. Rakesh is going through the details of the patient. He can see all the clinical information for the patient, all the live values or live parameters. Yes.
This is coming on the internet over cloud from the monitors. It's not entered by hand.
And he can choose to directly call the doctor, local doctor at the bedside of the patient as well.
So sir, we've used WhatsApp because they can even take the phone and do it.
And you can also look at the live feed of the patient coming from the ICU. So you can speak with the doctor while you're looking at the patient.
Hello, Dr. Mona. Yep. Hello. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, we have seen the patients. Yeah, so right now it seems to be very stable. Yeah, so any yeah. seems to be the parameters, vitals are seems to be very stable state. So what's your opinions? Any consultations shall we have for further management? Okay. So, yeah. Yes.
So you
Yeah.
also have presets here, so you can.
Pardon, sir? Yeah, we have been showing the patients. So seems to be patients fine and stable. So shall we have any sort of discussion for any further management or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can have.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Talk through this WhatsApp video.
Okay.
We can also zoom in from the cameras.
Okay.
All the clinical information.
District hospital की financial revenue level generate तौबगी सर अदुना communitization तौ हाबदी district hospital से कमाइना मसागी सी TeleICU को सी सीजन नरगा पर CMIC या PMI सीजन नरगा कमाइना कोई करो I mean 50 lakh मंगला द्वारी अपने generate for health system कहीं ना भी सर ऐसी कथा है तो जिधर कनेक्ट गुवाहाटी मेडिकल कॉलेज फार्मेसी इंस्टीट्यूट से कनेक्ट होते हैं ऑलरेडी अपन यूएस का यूके की डॉक्टर एसोसिएशन से कनेक्ट
Actually, I also just.
सर जीडी बाबू की वाली से मैंने जिन्हें आया था वो कोई इंटरनेट जाओ दबा जीडी बाबू की कॉल तमें लोग जीडी बाबू आया था वो मुझे इंटरनेट जाओ दबा TeleICU तो याद रखो
डॉक्टर ओके ले रहे हैं
डॉक्टर ओके मोइसे लेरे अदगी तमें लोग मोगी ICU दी फजना सेटअप तोरे मोने सर्वर बुक नहीं है मोगी इंटरनेट भी याद होगी TeleICU कैन यू प्लीज शो तमें लोग मोगी फजना सेटअप तोरे बस TeleICU सु इक्विपमेंट सेटअप तोरे अदुगु बसागी इंटरनेट भी योग दबगी को अदुगी इंटरनेट से इंपॉर्टेंट है समझो
जी coming long and
I think no need so sir. Aduga ito mo di mida am harawe mo di hana barbung di 15 hours li extra level ko ako extra do pi bada mo am harawe internet to sambira di kyam hani sir.
Without internet, this won't work, obviously.
already Mang were provided Wi-Fi at many places, I think.
Wi-Fi, yes, sir, but I think
Wi-Fi
need broadband.
100
broadband.
Oh,
100
Mbps is
100
required.
Mbps, yes.
There's a video stream that has to
I
happen.
said data su lagto ni video stream su lagto ni aduna yamna powerful internet there ka ta.
Acha, adu Mang di kamay tok tay.
optic fiber network, I think PGCIL or the
PGCIL will take
Fibers.
PGCIL will be better. उसको बात करो क्या मैं डिस्कस
Sir, your state is the first. Our state is the first to have TeleICU.
This is the first, so we have not done this anywhere else.
To have
First state in India where TeleICU.
mana hala maka hai adu anna de wali saab ke di mai saab
sir,
yaar ko do this adu ma hai karo ne kan broadband samna ba thuna dawra ne hai
okay, sir. We will continue.
yaar mudar shinagre means the yaar mudar shinagre
See the ward next to Delhi. I didn't, but I assume we have done it. We'll see that now.
So this technical of course. Ayo dong pura ke aja. Lower slide from the water. Hari kemana atom dah putih koran apa? Udah terang dah orang apa kemana aja? Tabro.
So we have finished the TeleICU part of it. And now we are going to the actual medical ward in the JNIMS hospital, where we have 10 beds with Hamilton ventilators, PPL equipment, Dell equipment, and everything set up. Srikant is walking down with the Chief Minister and he'll be showing them the equipment itself. The CM will now be inaugurating the beds.
Excuse us. Please side cameraman, then our minister comes.
The Government of Manipur, Directorate of Health Services, inaugurates the 10BedICU ward hub at JNIMS, implemented in partnership with the 10BedICU partners. It has been inaugurated by Sri Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, on this day, May 3rd, 2022. And this ward has been donated by the HDFC Bank, Parivartan. We thank them for that. HDFC representative is right here, sir. They have donated this. Sir, I want to just, we will just show you from here. We don't need to go all over. CNS, can you turn it this way? So if you see all the monitors are networked. They're all Ethernet connected so that it goes to the cloud. All of that shows here in the central nursing station. They don't have to keep walking back and forth. They can see all the patients' data from right. All the 5 parameters of all 10 patients will come here. You see the ventilators and all that. This is LAN network, this entire area. All the Fowler beds, the ICU Fowler beds, the ventilators, all this equipment. I'll quickly take you through the equipment. We put it here so that you don't have to go inside. This is the high-tech AI ventilator from Switzerland. It comes from Hamilton Medical. This can auto-wean the patient. That is, even if you don't have specialists there, it has the ability to slowly cut down the ventilation once the lungs start stabilizing. So this is automatically AI. It is using artificial intelligence to auto-wean the patient. So the manual settings is much lesser. We bought this particular product. We paid a lot of customs duty for importing this because it is an AI ventilator which helps in auto-weaning. So even in rural areas, you can deploy without having all the specialists. So this is and sir, one more thing, this works for adults, this works for children, it also works for babies, neonatal. All three are taken care of. It has many good features, sir. This is a radiant warmer. This actually is not for, this is for the pediatric ICU. It will be moved to the pediatric section. It's a radiant warmer for babies. And so here we have a portable X-ray because you can't move ICU patients into diagnostic lab. You drag this. You just have it as wheels. You take them right there to the ICU beds. You take X-ray, chest X-ray, especially for a lot of the pulmonary cases for COVID and other things. So here, just all of this comes with our package. This is the ECG machine, full-fledged 9-lead ECG machine. This syringe pump to give the medicines through. So this is also very high-tech machine, ABG analyzer, to analyze the blood. You don't have it to take it to the diagnostic lab. You put a drop of blood on this card. You remove the card and put a drop of blood. Insert it here. It will give you the results, various results, CO2 levels, all the various levels in your blood will show up right here. It can be used right here very quickly without having to go through a long process of. So, sir, this is
Sir, thank you, sir. ऐसा तो हो गया यानी कुछ तो हो गया
So the Honorable Chief Minister had just inaugurated the ward, and now they'll be moving to the auditorium venue where the rest of the session will continue. The distance between these two places is about 500 meters, so it's going to take a few minutes for them to come here.
I'm delighted to see the rapid pace at which the 10-bed ICUs have been launched in 8 states in less than a year. Congratulations. The critical care infrastructure is vital to saving lives during the pandemic and otherwise. I'd like to congratulate the Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh, for having taken the lead in launching the first state-of-the-art TeleICU hub in the country. This hub can facilitate your specialist doctors to help patients in far-flung district hospitals through this cutting-edge TeleICU platform. We don't have enough specialist doctors in India, so 10-bed ICU's vision of connecting the urban medical colleges, which have better facilities and specialists, to rural hospitals using technology is a transformational idea and the most practical way to deliver critical care in rural India. I'm happy to have funded 13 of these 15 district hospitals with the 10-bed ICUs and the TeleICU hub at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, and I'm sure the joint effort by the 10-bed ICU project and the state will save thousands of lives. Thank you.
Thanks everyone. What you heard is from Mr. Vinod Khosla. Vinod Khosla is one of the big donors behind this project, and he is an entrepreneur and investor, one of the most successful investors in the Silicon Valley. He is passionate about development in India and has donated considerable amount of funds to this. So we are very excited to have him behind this project. And he's been a staunch and true supporter, without which this project would not have gotten on off the ground, along with HDFC Bank and others who have been fantastic supporters.
Hello.
A very good morning. Mang the Lingsin Biriba, Kwai Punamakpu, Ahanba Maktada, Ehakna, since the Langzari Begi Makedegi, Ikok Nonduna, Ikai Kunazaba Uche. Nasi, Megitang Ahum, in Kunzalising and Nisop Nakunganitoi, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences Ki, Auditorium Hall Asida Pangtoksariba, launching of 10-bed ICU project, Amadi TeleICU Hub, Loina Loinana, inauguration of 10-bed ICU ward and TeleICU hub, as the Directorate of Health Services, Government of Manipur na since the Langzabani, Ngasigi, Asigumba, Bragama Sigamari Lainana. Ngasigi, Chief Guest, President Amadi, Guest of Honor Singh, Obigadoriba, Singhbu, Matang Oina, Kwegi Ngasigi dies the Lenkat Binabagi, Kokachabagi Tanja, Dwamulogzage, Ahanba Maktada, Ngasigi Chief Guest ki Pamam Lang the Lengsan Bigidoriba, Ikai Kunajaningage Masak Oirapa, Aduga, Mingwina Hangacharavada, Sri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, dies the Lenkat Binabigidama, Serbu, Hangachari, Loina Nangasigi, President Obigadoriba, Ikai Kunajaningage Masak Oiraba, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister, Health and Family Welfare, Amadi, Publicity Information Department of Manipur, Asigi President Gi Phamam Langda, Lingsat Bignaba, Ningsing Jerry, Loina Nang, Asigi Guest of Honor Singh, Oigadoriba Singhi, Ming Singh Matang Oina Hangat Charabada, Sri Lesam Deng Sushindro Meitei, Honorable Minister, PhD, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution of India, Manipur, Sri Haikam Dingo Singh, Honorable Minister, Social Welfare, Skill, Labor, Employment and Entrepreneurship, and Fisheries Department, Government of Manipur. Sri Laurimbam Rameshwar Singh, Honorable MLA of Manipur. Sri Kumbantabam Iwomcha Singh, Honorable MLA of Manipur. Loina na nasigi daista Chief Guest ki from Mamlang the Lingsan Binaba. I would like to request Sri Rajas Kumar IAS, Chief Secretary of Manipur. Sri Srikant Nadamuni, Founder, Chief Technology Officer, Adhar, Chairman, 10-bed ICU project and board member, ICDFC Bank. And also would like to request Sri V. Bulamang, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Government of Manipur. Dr. K. Razu Singh, Director, Health Services of Manipur. Sri Venkat Chekuri, Secretary, Karuna Trust. Dr. L. Deven Singh, Director, JNIMS. And last but not least, Dr. Somorjit Ningombam, State Mission Director, NHM, Manipur. Mathang Tazarak Prasidi, Hazik Haki Mamangda, Nasigi Chief Guest, Obiriba, Sri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Manipurna, Mayangi Mapamda, JNIMS, 10-bed ICU ward, Amadi, TeleICU hub, Sanga Biki Babu, Nasigi Sinza Langzari Begi Maikaidagi, Hainingai Litana, Tagat Fongdoksari. Matang Tazarak Pasidi, Nasigi, welcome address Bibi Nebugidama. I would like to request Sri V. Volumang, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, Health and Family Welfare, to address the welcome address.
On this historic morning when we are launching TeleICU in JNIMS with highest of technology, it is my pleasure to welcome the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh. I also welcome Honorable Minister, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister, PhD, CAF and PD, Shri Leishang Them Sushindro Meitei, Honorable Minister, Social Welfare, Skill, Labor, Employment and Entrepreneurship and Fisheries, Shri Hekham Dingo Singh, Honorable MLA, Shri Laurembam Rameshwar Singh, Honorable MLA, Shri Khongambattam Ibomcha Singh, and also I would like to welcome especially our CSR partners who have brought in both the financing and the technology for this path-breaking TeleICU hub and spokes that our Honorable Chief Minister has inaugurated just a few minutes back. I welcome Sri Srikant, Ms. Bisoya and the entire team. I will not be able to name all of them, but we thank you, we welcome you to this program, and we look forward to continued collaboration to make this TeleICU as something which will improve healthcare services in all parts of the state of Manipur. I also welcome all the distinguished directors and senior health functionaries and all the students and distinguished guests, members of the media, on this happy and auspicious day. I welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the welcome address. Matang tajarpa sidi ngasigi sigumba ngasigi pangthoksariba program asigi haibadi function asigi land lighting gi matanja tu muglawzagi mera sukhat pinabagi dama ngasigi ikai khunajani gi masak oiraba mingoina hangatcharabada Sri N. Biren Singh, Chief Minister of Manipur, analit tawbiduna mayam lingthokpirang daba ningsingsari. Hauzik Chief Guest President amadi Guest of Honor Singh Maira Sukhat Pikraba Matunga Sida. Hauzik amu felicitation of Chief Guest President amadi Guest of Honor gi tanja adu amuk lawzagi ngasigi asigumba felicitation asi tawbina bagidama kaikum nazaninga gi masak oiraba Dr. K. Rajo, Director Health Services amadi Dr. L. Deven, Director JNIMS pu hairiba lengyan amadi buke sing asi Honorable Singh amadi Guest of Honor Singh da kusan binana banning sing shari. Ahanba maktada ngasigi Chief Guest ki famam langdaling sin birba Honorable CM da Director Director JNIMS amadi Director Manipur Health Services na lengyana sikudon tamzari loina na buke. Matang tazar pada ngasigi President Oibiriba da amu lengyan amadi ngasigi buke kudon to bigadori. Daga matang tazar pada ngasigi Chief Guest of Honor oiriba singada matang buke amadi lengyan matang tawbinaba hangatchari. And also I would like to announce that Sri Nandan Nilekani, Chairman Infosys, Founder Chairman Aadhar, and his team will be joining us this function online. Aduga mathangi HDFC Bank na lengyan ama ngasigi chief guest amadi president ki mafamda khudon tambigani madushu khigi sem saduna leibinabagi dama ningsingzari. Hojek makha tajarakpo oina ngasigi HDFC Bank ki representative amadi akhoi sinjal langjari ba mekai dagi lengyan bi asi ngasigi chief guest amadi president da khudol tambina bagi da mak ningsingzari. HDFC Bank tagi lengyan ngasigi chief guest khudon tambiri mathangda ngasigi president da su khudon nasi tamzari. Thank you so much. Now I would like to request Sri Srikant Nandamuni, Founder, Chief Technology Officer Aadhar, Chairman, 10BedICU project, to give the introduction of 10BedICU project. So, over to you.
Hello. It is indeed wonderful to be here in Manipur. Sir, the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Biren Singh, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, the Honorable Minister, Medical Health and Family Welfare Department and Publicity and Information Department, Sri Lashintem Susindro Methi, the Honorable Minister, PHED, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Manipur, Sri Haikam Dingo Singh, Honorable Minister, Social Welfare, Skill, Labor, Employment and Entrepreneurship and Fisheries Department, Sri Laurangbam Rameshwar Singh, Honorable MLA from Manipur, Sri Kong Bantambam Ibomcha Singh, Honorable MLA from Manipur. So it's indeed a pleasure to be here, and also to the Additional Chief Secretary, Womlong Mang, and of course the Director, JNIMS, the Director of Directorate of Health Services. So wonderful to be here. Great weather as well. While the rest of the country is sweltering, we have nice weather. It's been wonderful to land here in Manipur and be amongst all of you for this launch. So the second wave of COVID, can we have the slides come up here? So when the second wave of COVID hit with the Delta variant, there was a spike, about 17 million cases of COVID in 2 months alone, which actually led us to start this project. And basically we were getting calls from people saying there's no ventilator beds, there's no oxygen and so on. And we said, not only in urban India, but rural as well, there was this problem. So we said we need to create ICU infrastructure. And we started completely on Zoom calls because they were all COVID restrictions, and we started work. And so we identified 5 areas which we needed to address. The first one is the absence of ICU beds in most rural areas, taluka hospitals and so on, and sometimes even in district hospitals. Acute shortage of medical specialists. Even if you have ICUs, intensivists, pulmonologists and so on were missing in many government hospitals. And also the healthcare system, there was a manual paper-based system which was slow to respond to a pandemic surge. So we needed solutions for this, and also the existing medical staff needed to be trained because COVID was moving very fast, very dynamic, and the variants were coming very fast. And lastly, sir, there's a weak integration of the healthcare facilities with the local community. So we said we need to address these problems if we are going to make an impact. So sir, we started with these solutions, or we came up with the idea of a 10-bed ICU, a well-defined, clear product which can be deployed in these hospitals. Our goal is, sir, to create a 10-bed ICU in every district of the country. Today we are in 200 hospitals in 8 states. And of course, we're very proud to be here in Manipur, launching it in all the hospitals here, all the 15 district hospitals, as well as in JNIMS. So that is the 10-bed ICU itself. The second, sir, like I said, if you have a shortage of specialists in rural areas, the only way we can deal with this is through technology, to get your specialists at a medical center, at a tertiary hospital, at a center like JNIMS. The specialists can help those in far-flung areas through the help of technology. So you saw the demonstration today at the TeleICU hub. So we'll take you through how this actually, what is this magic, how does it work? We will take you through that quickly. Third, sir, instead of manual paper-based healthcare systems, we have built a new platform called CARE. It has been recognized by the United Nations as a public good, and we have launched it here in Manipur. We will we'll try to take you quickly through the comprehensive features of CARE. So the fourth point is to training modules. It's not enough to deploy this software and technology and TeleICU. The training modules and standardized ICU protocols, we're bringing that in. And last but not least is the community participation strategy, sir, where we are trying to strengthen the Rogi Kalyan Samitis. So very quickly, our team, Mr. Vinod Khosla is founder, partner at Khosla Ventures. He runs a large VC fund in California. He's been one of our most active supporters. During the launch in Telangana, he made a promise that he will fund 100 hospitals. And we actually took those funds and we have deployed it across the Northeast. And Manipur is the first state where we are launching it. And we want to, so Vinod Khosla has brought in those funds. Of course, Dr. Sudarshan heads Karuna Trust, and we have Venkat here as secretary for Karuna Trust participating. Balapad Sathi, who's joined us, one of serial entrepreneur, who's been helping us. He's in fact orchestrating this whole function. MK Perumal, who comes in from Dell. Of course, Bisoya Leutenbaum. I just want to take a minute, sir. She's the daughter of the soil, comes from Manipur. She has worked all the way from hospitals, all the way through all the state departments, right up to your office, sir, the Chief Minister. So she's done a fantastic job in making this whole event happen. Aparna leads the product as well as the southern deployments. Jijin heads the technology part of the system. Amrita does the donor and partnerships. And Dr. Atul Joseph is our clinician who's doing the training and all the clinical aspect. Sir, a project this large is not possible by one organization, by few individuals. It's a bunch of partners. We have, of course, the E-Governments Foundation, which I founded along with Nandan Nilekani in 2003, which is where this program is housed, and Karuna Trust is our partners. Karuna Trust has a very strong presence in the Northeast. They're working with us. So on the donor front, it's not the Khosla Family Foundation. HDFC Bank Parivartan has come in. Hamilton Medical, so though we imported ventilators from Hamilton, they were so impressed with this project, they decided to donate 1 ventilator for every 2 we purchase. So they are a donor as well. Google has come in. The entire cloud deployment of our software is free. Google has ensured that on the Google Cloud. And of course, Crypto Relief has also come in for the TeleICU portion of the project. Sir, we have partners on the Rogi Kalyan Samitis, on community participation. We have the Population Fund of India, PFI. They are also here. The Medilane Foundation, local NGO partner, which is on the field, they've helped us. And sir, on the vendor side, we have BPL Medical, which has supplied all the devices. And of course, Hamilton has supplied the ventilators. So we thank all our partners. So very quickly, if you look at this, our donor map of Manipur, Mr. Vinod Khosla has funded 13 out of the 16 ICU wards across the state. He is single-handedly, his foundation has funded it. We thank him for his generous donation to the state of Manipur. So the JNIMS TeleICU hub that you just saw is also funded by Mr. Vinod Khosla, who's in California. I think we have a recording from him, a few words from California as well. Sir, the HDFC Bank Parivartan has funded 3 of the district hospitals. In fact, Tamenglong, Taubal, and the ICU ward here at JNIMS has been funded by the HDFC Bank Parivartan. We thank HDFC as well for this generous donation. Sir, very quickly, of the 5 pillars of our project, we donate this entire set to the state of Manipur for every district hospital and JNIMS. And this is a comprehensive package for ICUs. You also have a choice within a budget to pick and choose what you want. And so, sir, the choice has been made by the state in conjunction with our biomedical engineers. It is not just equipment that we provide, sir. It is equipment, it is installation, it is training, and we have purchased 3 years warranty for you. It's not 1 year, it is 3 years warranty. So it's a comprehensive package that we have provided. Sir, the Hamilton ventilators, the reason why we imported those ventilators, and in fact, we had to spend money on the duties and customs, was because the artificial intelligence adaptive support mode that they have, ventilation mode that they have, promotes early weaning. It auto-weans the patient. Even if you don't have specialists in your district hospitals, it can automatically auto-wean the patient, right? So it helps a lot, especially in these rural, far-flung areas. And also, sir, clinical trials have shown that you need far fewer manual adjustments. So we went for this high-end ventilator. It does adults, it does children, it also does babies, neonatal. So it's a very advanced ventilator that we've procured from Switzerland, Hamilton Medical. In fact, we have the Hamilton Medical folks, Sasha, who's joined us from Switzerland. Probably Bob Hamilton from USA is probably also joined our Zoom call. Sir, I forgot to welcome not only the audience here today in this auditorium, but also there is a large number of people who have come in on the Zoom to witness this event of launching in Manipur. Sir, the one other item I just want to talk to you about is the BPL 5-para monitor. You will have seen every bed has a 5-para monitor. We have Ethernet connected, LAN connected all these monitors, connected to the cloud in order to get that data to the hub. And so, using standards. And so, sir, nurses do not have to fill out paper. Paper forms are not necessary. All the vitals are automatically recorded and uploaded to the, not only shown in the central nursing station at the ward, but also uploaded to the cloud. So, sir, very quickly, I want to take you through the TeleICU functionality you saw. It is what we call a hub and spoke model. The hub is the JNIMS hub, for instance. The spokes are the hospitals. And what happens, sir, the magic of all this is, what is happening is all this data from the hospitals, whether it is 5-para monitors, high resolution cameras that you saw, doctor to doctor video communication, or patient health record, it's all being sent through our server, which is sitting in the ICU ward, to the cloud, to the GCP Google Cloud, where our care platform, the United Nations recognized public good, our care platform runs. And from there, sir, it connects to the TeleICU hub. Hence, Dr. Rakesh, for instance, was able to talk to the doctor at the hospital and to look at the patient. He could zoom into the patient, look at the clinical details, talk to the doctor on a video call, look at the 5-para monitor in full glory. It's as good as Dr. Rakesh being in the village, in the district hospital. So that's the technology. And sir, all of this comes out of a lot of technology has been deployed, not just medical equipment. All this computers equipment comes from Dell. Dell Latitude laptops, Dell Precision workstations for the server connectivity, Dell desktops for the CNS central nursing stations in the ICU wards. We have completely done a LAN networking. Rajesh Sethi is here, who's done a fantastic job across the state doing LAN networking for all the hospitals, his company. High-res dome ceiling cameras, these large cameras, 5-pound cameras hanging from the ceiling, that is what is giving you this high-resolution 4K imagery at the hub. So these are there in all the ICU wards, and of course the nursing station. Sir, also on the TeleICU hub, there's a lot of technology. We have deployed large 55-inch 4K TV monitors, commercial grade. This comes from Philips. So every one of the equipment has been hand-selected, top-notch, high quality. These are not L1 equipment. We have chosen the best equipment for the project. And everything from printers, USB backup, phones and the headphones and mics. All of this is included in our package. So this is the magic that makes this thing work. So sir, on the training and capacity building, we have gotten, of course, Dr. Atul has been already starting the training. First, we do a comprehensive medical training that comes from our vendors, BPL, Hamilton, Siemens, and others. We do the care software training. In fact, Aparna runs the care software training. We have trained the administrators as well as the doctors and nurses how to use our software platform. And by the way, sir, the doctor-to-doctor TeleICU communication training, because this is a new model. If you are not administering the patient directly, how do you administer from 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers away is a new process. So we are training the doctors how to do that, doctor-to-doctor communication across this, the TeleICU training. So we are also working with the University of Hong Kong on ICU training course, as well as advanced life support training from the American Heart Association. So we're bringing all these packages to build training and capacity here in Manipur. So fourth, the software components itself, I've already spoken to you. Sir, if you would like it in your secretariat, you can have a dashboard. If the pandemic surges, you can deploy such a dashboard which will give you exact information of how many COVID patients, how many people are needing ventilators, oxygen, and so on. So there is a comprehensive package for real-time analytics, for oxygen monitoring, of course the TeleICU module, and dashboards. And sir, like I said, this is completely free and open source, so you're not locked into any vendor, you're not locked into us. You can use this software absolutely free, and like I said, the United Nations has actually recognized this as a digital public good. Lastly, the community participation, last but not least, the community participation. Strengthening of the RKS, the Rogi Kalyan Samitis, is super important. We need health facility level committees for equitable access. We need to ensure that the local community takes control of these hospitals, the equipment, ensures that they're all working and in order and everybody has access to these facilities. The RKS exists already, sir. I was told by our partner in all your district hospitals already have the RKS under the National Health Mission. And of course, the membership over there needs to be elected representatives and eminent citizens and so on. And it looks like already they've been created in your different hospitals. So we are partnering with the Population Fund of India on this. And PFI has a lot of experience, especially to provide guidance on the community processes, particularly related to accountability, to ensure accountability in these hospitals. And they have the expertise in strengthening these Rogi Kalyan Samitis. In fact, they have worked in many, many places. You have UP, Jharkhand, Orissa, Bihar, Sikkim, and other places. So we are very glad to have them as our partners. And sir, but I have a request of you. Firstly, sir, to make this successful, we need the active support of the Chief Minister of Manipur. Right from the top, we need you to support this project because it has a lot of technology components. We need to make it all work. So second thing, at JNIMS, at your Jawaharlal Nehru Medical Institute of Medical Sciences, we need to provide enough specialists in order to manage these 15 hospitals. So we request you to ensure the director and the Directorate of Health Services to help us on this. So this is an issue. The third point, we need broadband internet access in all the district hospitals. So today we are having downtimes in many of the hospitals. We are monitoring them. We need your help in ensuring that we have good broadband fiber access, because when you want to see the patient in 4K high definition, look into the pupils, we need high-speed bandwidth internet, and that would be super useful to ensure that the TeleICU works. And of course, sir, for the Rogi Kalyan Samitis, we need your active participation from the government to support this. And sir, in conclusion, I think within 6 months, we have made rapid progress across Manipur. 16 10-bed-ICU wards covering the entire state. TeleICU hub set up already that you just inaugurated. With the help of the Chief Minister, the state government, and all the institutional partners we have mentioned, I think we can improve the critical care outcomes in Manipur and save thousands of lives. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your elaborate and informative project introduction speech. And also would like to thank you for your praise for the Manipur weather. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Mr. Binod Khosla ventures to share his message. He's joining us online.
I'm delighted to see the rapid pace at which the 10-bed ICUs have been launched in 8 states in less than a year. Congratulations. The critical care infrastructure is vital to saving lives during the pandemic and otherwise. I'd like to congratulate the Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri Biren Singh, for having taken the lead in launching the first state-of-the-art TeleICU hub in the country. This hub can facilitate your specialist doctors to help patients in far-flung district hospitals through this cutting-edge TeleICU platform. We don't have enough specialist doctors in India, so 10-bed ICU's vision of connecting the urban medical colleges, which have better facilities and specialists, to rural hospitals using technology is a transformational idea and the most practical way to deliver critical care in rural India. I'm happy to have funded 13 of these 15 district hospitals with the 10-bed ICUs and the TeleICU hub at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, and I'm sure the joint effort by the 10-bed ICU project and the state will save thousands of lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very informative messages. Hozik mathang tarpa asidi ngasigi 10-bed ICU project asigi launch video mayangi mapamda thamzari. Over to video.
The COVID-19 pandemic wreaked havoc across the world since 2019, forcing us to restructure and re-evaluate critical care services. The 10-bed ICU project started as a response to the devastation caused by the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic due to the lack of critical care infrastructure. Conceived by Shrikant Nadhamuni, the founder CTO of Aadhaar and managing trustee Eager Foundation, it began as a relief project in Andhra and Telangana to quickly set up ICU units. Now, it has evolved into a systematic initiative to strengthen the critical care service delivery of the public health system in 8 states, including Manipur.
Serious on the lakpa matamdadi facilities what lakpa matamdadi akoi na sita service pinning la su pi bangam da pakandadi wakhanda yam nuai ta su phawi.
The 10-bed ICU project has 5 pillars. Provide world-class equipment to government hospitals to set up a 10-bed ICU unit.
Regarding the equipments, they are world class, they are so good. I am very much impressed. I think they will give tremendous benefit to all the people, and I hope that the doctors and all the staffs posted in these health centers, they will be able to utilize it fully, maximally, to give benefit to all the deserved patients.
Provide the state government Corona Safe, a robust pandemic management technology platform which will help the government to manage any future pandemic in a coordinated and seamless manner.
To all my colleague doctors and nurses, specialists and everyone at the spoke locations, the hospitals and the CHCs, I think we should grab this opportunity with both hands, make it a success, give it our best, so that the patients who are under our care, who come to our health facilities, get the best of treatment facilities right close to their place of stay, right close to their villages.
For the first time in India, Manipur is going to be the first state to have TeleICU IT architecture connecting all the district hospitals to the state hospital.
ICU sida equipment pire, manpower training pire, adugo loina akoida control hub yauraga direct communication tawang na upai pirak pase sibunne.
Periphery the labor sings na JNIMS ki specialist super specialist मैम सिका directly वाली साबे यानी लोइना ना outside Manipur दे सका दा बाबा मसीना अति मति काना बपियने.
For a place like Imphal, we can reach from one place to another in hours, which we can save people's life. But for the hills, it requires much more, because to go to the nearest city where there is an advanced, facilities, good doctors, we have to travel at least 6 hours. But through this tele facilities, we can reach out in a minute. So I will say that when the people who are in the rural areas, where there is the communication difficulties, needs much more. I would like to give my very, very sincere and special thanks to Srikant Nandamani for reaching out to the people of Manipur, especially to the rural areas, with this kind of a very, very marvelous help, and which is going to give us a lot of advantage, saving life.
I am very proud to say that our JNIMS and the district hospitals of Manipur will give India the TeleICU model.
We will provide trainings of staff on equipments, ICU protocols, TeleICU protocols, pandemic management, and other related training needs.
In mi pingai hai si na chu zo wa chun I duty hai khom I chan thei ding ani.
For future sustainability, we have partnered with Population Foundation India to mentor and handhold the Rogi Kalyan Samiti at each health facilities for better integration of healthcare facilities with the local community, creating access and improve quality of delivery.
District we health we leaders ping. In lang whether it we public we elected representative. Kala religious leaders, kala society we prominent personalities. Katong hingrum salaga ito na Rocky Kalyan Samiti the committee sa siyamlaga kina hospital ito so kajang sai kora manage kasaya committee akan.
Punjal lakanda ko na tawag ito muna targadi kung manuwi na pag income generator ko doon ba kung government ki na kung sawa may papa mo gini hangla na hajan.
National 10BedICU project anong thohi apui tling ani chun sumle pai ni sin la tha le zung tam tak lipuin isol trangkai ringa mahi.
Even if there is any other epidemic of any kind, I think it will give us much more confidence to our doctors, to ourselves, to manage the difficult cases.
The technology itself, I am hopeful, will lead to even further improvements in healthcare service in the state. So let us make it a success. Please continue your good work as you have done in the past, especially during the COVID pandemic. And with that, I am sure this TeleICU project, it's very ambitious, but it will be a success.
Punamapu Tagatseri Hazik project launch video being Tabish Bigidamak. Mathang Tazarpa City, I would like to request Mr. Nandan Nilekani, Chairman Infosys, Founder Chairman Aadhar, who has joined us online to give remarks in connection with today's 10BedICU project launch. Over to sir.
Thank you very much. And distinguished guests, Chief Minister of Manipur and everybody else, I'm really delighted to be speaking at the launch of this 10BedICU project. This is an extraordinary project, and I'm really delighted that it has come there to your state. The 10-bed ICU project was conceived as a response to the challenges we had in the pandemic. During the pandemic, especially during COVID wave 2, the rapid spread of the whole virus, the pandemic, and the fact that people were having difficulties in the respiratory system showed that we need to have much better healthcare infrastructure, especially in more remote parts of the country. And the lack of ventilators, the lack of oxygen, all these contributed to a large number of fatalities. And the 10-bed ICU project was conceived as part of that. And today it's amazing that because of this idea, it has now reached 8 states and 200 hospitals. And it is not only a issue of having the right infrastructure like ventilators and oxygen cylinders, it's also the ability to use software to provide the best capabilities in every ICU unit, to software to manage the patients, to bring in new patients, take out patients who are feeling better, and also the TeleICU hub, which is required so that even people in a remote village can get access to the best medical facilities using the TeleICU hub. So this is a very, very important thing, and I'm really delighted this is happening. This is also part of a larger theme in India, what we call as Digital India, where the idea being in the rest of the world, technology is used for entertainment or consumer consumption. In India, we have been the leaders in using technology for social good. And over the last several years, we have built many population scale infrastructure, be it Aadhaar for 1.3 billion people, be it the UPI payment platform, which last month did 5.8 billion transactions, and last year did $1 trillion of the transactions, be it the account aggregator, which allows people to use their own data to get better healthcare and education, be it the Diksha platform, which is used across the country. So what we are seeing in India is that we are using technology for social good. We are using technology to improve the lives of people. In the first round of technology, it was applied to financial transactions, benefits, and so on. Now in the second decade of this technology, it's being applied to areas like health and education. We are seeing the development of the health stack by NHA, which will make health records interoperable and so on. So India is a world leader today in applying technology for social good. And the 10-bed ICU project is a great example of how we are able to leverage the best hardware in terms of ventilators and beds and oxygen, but also software to do remote diagnostics, software to optimize the bed usage, software to provide teleconsultation, and all these things are now being done in the 10-bed ICU. And it'll also get the best support from the hub, where medical colleges and medical professionals at the hub will provide remote services to people all over the state. So once again, as I said, it's already reached 8 states, but the idea should be to have a 10-bed ICU in every district should have at least one 10-bed ICU. And the modular nature of design of this means you can add more such units very quickly, because everything is packaged in a way that it can be replicated very fast. So once again, I congratulate all of you and all the best at this inauguration of the 10-bed ICU project, and may there be many more in your state. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, for your valuable remarks in connection with today's 10-bed ICU project launch. Aduga hozik makata zarpasida ngasigi Chief Guest ki famam langda lengsan biriba ikai khunajani gi masak oiriba aduga mingoina hangat charabada Sri N. Biren Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur bu ngasigi Chief Guest ki waron pibinabge damak sarbu hangat chari.
First of all, I would like to congratulate and thanks the teams which brought such innovative and effective ideas. And today, because of you, we're launching this kind of system in the state as the first of its kind in the whole India. That's why I thank you, all the teams. Honorable Minister Sapam Ranjan Singh, in charge of Health and Family Welfare, Honorable Minister Shri L. Sushindro Maitai, in charge of PHCT, Honorable Minister Shri Hekam Dingo Singh, in charge of Social Welfare, Shri Lorimam Rameshwar Singh, Honorable MLA, Shri Khongban Thampai Bomcha Singh, Honorable MLA, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Chief Secretary, Shri Bulman, Additional Chief Secretary, Health, Insurance, Shri Shrikant Nadamuni, Founder, CTO, Aadhaar and Chairman, 10BedICU, Shri Nandan Nilekani, Chairman, Invoice, Founder, Chairman, Aadhaar, Director, Health, JNIMS, senior officials, doctors and nurses, distinguished guests, friends from media. The 10-bed ICU is an innovative concept. Just days before, the lady visited me and she was about introducing and convincing the ideas what the teams is taking off in the state of Manipur, particularly in the far-flung areas. I was thinking myself, because I was told by my principal secretary earlier that this type of things is going to be take off, this ICU 10-bed TeleICU have JNIMS will be inaugurated. It will cover in all over the districts, and this tele facility will be there. So I was not very positive, because I did not realize all the things, what is going to be done and what will be the output. But today I am really very happy to see everything's taking off by the teams. And I also appreciate the whole teams involved in this very innovative and effective. It will definitely help the far-flung areas, those particularly the Manipur-like state, where the communication of road communication is very, very, very difficult due to the difficult terrain, geographical factors, So, and we are also having the shortage of specialists also. So it will definitely very, very effective. Often patients prefer from district hospital suffer loss of precious life of patient on their way to referral hospital in the state capital. It was frequently happening because this time just we have using helicopter service, but earlier helicopter service was not available here in the state. Even then, we are not well equipped in the helicopter also. We cannot bring out the patient, serious patient from the far-flung area to the city. So with this project, we will be able to save lives by providing critical care service in the district hospital. I have seen the high-quality ICU medical equipments that has been provided by 10BedICU. Equipment, aduna ne aina compromise to we have area currently, compromise to we have the area currently. I guess pista in my am the appeal to equipments kumbas. Madam, the shida depend away because funny am na highway doctor Ramalay goes to Kulai do not matic charge of the Yadim. The Kulai do not clean out the duplicate na Tauraga the Kramine no Vikuna Taugudo report. I'm not blaming the previous governments or others. Port labor madam the for any hospital ki or any post am labor madam the quality the compromise to the body. Ado the pang of the Siki and Apanga Kildo. She did a quiz JNIMS port later sending out the machine. I am never winning. Later, bro, the Goloso, Laiko. I quiz it, we are not sincere. I quiz sincere with you. I quit as a column basically, you know. I quit sincere with you. I quit the dedication in Wale, conviction Wale, commitment Wale. Supply him down there, the guy gather my money matata, quite here, that's why they duplicate my arm for Agatha Tamsin Menu. No, I will not tolerate it. I are my say, sure. Nasi Moina Shigi Shida TeleICU have in JNIMS, that only my machine me am the over the quitted. Confidence in Bildo. Ah, can the Sandil Giduga, Tak Unabadu, had the even market to how would ever mention. Udrene. No, these are the things. You see, life is healthy. Health is everything. You might be a doctor if your health doesn't permit. What you can do? The IS officer sitting here, your health has not given permission, then what they can do? Me too. We politicians too. I don't know, health have a sector that we should not compromise even an inch. We should compromise with them. Any? I don't know, sometimes say, Moi tahan in the meter. I nahan hybrid. I want the arm no item. So, was a cover phone dream me. Cover phone dream neighbor, Kariki. Moigi advertise keep a shakra people. Loin Peter Sunateko. Karapiri name. Ado right to information to Kaisakre. Freedom of press to Kaisakre, freedom of expression to Kaisakre again. Ado the Naina. Warunko. Professional ethics. She gets you some I get the profession, I have to do it. I have a commitment. Madam to the COVID Nava, Madam to the coin to me like Tomone. Doctors to me like to me like Tone. Who will serve the general peoples? Are they going to train the Poreva Mayamdu, quarantine center, hang the cotton, Madura, Taugana, Queen Masida, Mark to Comer, Anium Comerga, meeting the policing the Piram driver, nursing the Piram driver, doctors in the Piram driver, Hida Kapam ready, me like Manguni. That's called professionalism, ethics. Kana like Trakan the Sangido, Kana like Trakan the Lido, I give my ethics, a profession name. Madam, the doctor, I have to save the life. Priority of a doctor, serving a life. Siki Poche, as a teacher, to educate the students. Seek out Hona de Kamaidoni. Police no my pyro had the Kananakan labor. Up border lady was some record we say, my am China putting no my pyro no tolo Hankati and no with Hadukra. Who will protect us? Adunai, Kitang Aino Itaba Manicuk to Aina, Pangivani. Matung Tonokum say. No like the Bagam later to go. I call it tabak to disturbance talk about. I am a lot, you know, I cannot hesitate, please. I am very emotional person. Anaba Mokana, Doctor Malakoda, Nurse Malakoda man, how Jabudo. Anaba Moka, Nundan Narian Bio. Nurse Doctor, I'm the Narian Bioba. Madeda Doctor Lapta, but the camps honing you. Nurse Samasanga, the camps honing you. Masi a sense, Madugi sense, like with the leg of them. Nani, I'm no idea. kainoma inquiry to have ni Dr. Deven inquiry report pirak te kai dono khangde ma khali na isin kaw khatu ni ngone ai kaw roi means doctor do ana badu yamna here high le very high le doctor latre great for ram la asmai tawre ana ba se doctor kaune kungre bagi nurse so haiga latre doctor so latre am latre ana ba sire atopo hospital da pure se doctor amagi minna ubulai ne ina hajibudu nurse ana ba patient amana magi imung amana ne sumaina ai ngai ga leiba kanda aswaida angau bi sepi angau litpa ma lakpa kanda imung manung da phaujiba nungai ba ana ba da phau nungai ba do aduni ishorna piba no the blessing is ishorna piba blessing is aduni ai ma lakpa matam da ai gi damak da ngai ba mi leram do ai gi damak da nuksina wok na ba natraga na appreciate tong na ba mi leram do aduna please waza sing na hayeng parikha tawdaba college ki ngasi nungdang lai akhoi du yadraga de hayeng parikha boycott torni you know si tawngum si akhoi su yaringi government si akhoi Manipur revenue leite resource leite to kanna honadana hojik si ngarang ga si GST gi honorable prime minister ge finance ministry gi form budu yorong ne akhoi su GST ja koi 33% GST collect over the state so yamna top maktana trasu state manga taragi manung dum salli ai revenue gi kari gi tauna na kan honari mayam gi soidana bangam dana aduna anyway shima ngasi gi si akhoi gi shortage of specialists masi ai singhra chatpani na mayam na so I want the complaint mayam amalaya Doctor Singh other specialists available oidabagi adu si aina yam nungai ba si lerga di hujing asai other doctor ramana toroga sidagi specialist sama toroga loini gieng na bu yaramina tak pa yaramina adu di khoi sidagi specialist na adu gi heart bit to adu leibani na adu di adu hida to pijo natraga na adu to loina to yarane bugo masima yam thina khoi da Manipur guma state sidadi yam na appreciate to yam nungai aduna TeleICU have in JNIMS at the Sina Ashida Muso Nico Hayang Sida Pangwa the specialist and do not the low regard and very lady. Sigi helps the monitor, Doroga, we get a specialist in Duna, I can only write promotion game yard and talk regard other very lady. Chumiko, other Kulinas we are just I quite aduna professionalisms. Until the less equina professionalism si gi daida equina focus be driven committed with the of our society purpongama but not only doctors every profession we politicians also professionalism politician kaino politics ama politician vote hekar paga aigi yana deba mi aingonda vote pi deba mi do transfer toba posting toba ha adagi dandi pi na hona ba adunate politician am ngor pang ne hek bor karpaga hek bok karpa de koi aigi kendra da leiriba ingon vote pigere period ai minga wordam ne Manipur ge praja punum se akoi gi minga akoi government gi minga to bore khuding mak akoi differentiate to gna samana na koi yeng adam ne politician am mor kan da thabok hapada paisa porok to di thabok hapo happy aro paisa porok mi do koi chai gedam ne paisa porok no koi ne chai gedam ne aduna paisa aduki praja jingju ai am toina appeal to buni praja da akoi di paisa je pi hauder ai je khala ro e ba leiba mental di rok thokro mamang ai gi congress ka chakre je ai koi paisa akoi paisa je pi hauder de ai sa je khala ro idra ai gi san je khala ro idra nurse yaura ro idra doctor yaura ro hai ba gi concept ama le ramina koi da build to ba autom amado aduki concept lok thokro je ba koi je akoi paisa pi gere period ai isa je qualified ore di ngasi honorable prime minister Narendra Modi ji gi yam phasaba speech ma mana Berlin ngang bane education ease of life education mobility, sigi matang yam phajaba magi space. Aduk daida aikoina akhoi khara warasi leader oine na work to romina. MLA lepai MLA lepi mayam se laibaki praja ki thabak tongning bagi ne. Ngasi MLA lepai ba MLA oina ba vote lepagi wakhal ama lai si at least praja ki nunga motor se praja ki seba tongning bai ne. Ngasi doctor oire ba nurse oi birai ba mayam tawiri mayam se mi gi mateng pangning ba mi bu mateng pangning ba mi bu seba tongning bagi wakhal ama le kan da ta mai ne. Na ta dia to ba engineer ta ma musu yai. Engineer ta ma musu yai ba. Doctor Damningai ba nurse Damningai si mioi bagi humanity service am ko pining bagi aduna mang tharang mane khale bai moda sigi pon me amsa koi MLA me am koin tawjara isu ai koi MLA le paga praja ki kai gum khata bur su kana ge taw gen taw ne aduna honorable MLA Singh ai gi team me am hai bane koi Manipur sum thok pose koi isa da gi hausi hoi election da paisa tingi wai adu bo election da tingi ba paisa do madu koi kok thos praja da gi mo moi thaba ha pa da lokka kana me se koi to ba adu atopa way of means lai ne atopa way means every kari no hai kanda say ai ba dum wari sab ne practically wari sa we should be very transparent ai honorable me kamai to do no da mo koi changi paisa me am san to ko ai kanam hai ke achaw company me am ma le ba achaw project me am to ri achaw project to busing se maside da 15 to 17% company gi moi gi profit adum le high company sing aso sing do thabak su phajan tawba aduga moi gi automatically moi gi profit adum le jarabani professionally high madu gi profit to company amani ga tied up torkan da nangi kendra da thabak su bada na tragana any state gi thabam su bada koi na madu address tawraga di koi company ma kananum torka du erga di praja bisam da di wahal roe thabak su semani aduga ngasai company gi phangai ba profit to da adu de ge dum koi paisa khara khara do so koi tan ba yani akoi adu phog yo no khanai karamai tok na corruption se mutal ka ge maram di vote karam matam de karo ya nang ya thing ya pulap tingi mina ba aswai da moi khara sak chana gare aswai da moi gi pul hore as moi di gen thongo we ada so khoi ju pun gen ma sidai da ta lok ta na bane ba khoin tawris election ji toin tawringai nupi sing ju kwa sa ba hen kalimi kwa se ba sa da na ma sidai ba adu anyway ngak su sum kano tawsi reality da aduna Manipur hanjuk lakhada ba sahi manga se noi mayam gi blessing dagi praja mayam gi blessing dagi ko anta absolute majority phangjare absolute majority 32 phange adu loina support of bidna hoje akoi punna work dominary aduga salli ba sahi manga se dai koi Manipur choba change ma achoba change ma ka corruption free drug free aduga akogi miot me nei laitaba symptom gi difference laitaba akoi amatoi ba state ma adu yamna develop state ma huji akoi oina na bagi akoi pandam ni huji lambi mayam noi urangani huji nong sina kitang tawbani lambi gi nakan da akoi koilas tha da ba jaga lai bising hadi akoi nong taraga di akoi madagi lebak mayam do na koilas anan ma do nong karakani koilas to nong sa thara kan da madu upun mayam na am chadi adi lai khongbo upun ga koilas sabai kana bari adu huji akoi loina Imphal manungi adu district headquarters singi lambi sing do drain to drain loina koilas thana bagi akoi thaba haurabani adagi maram de phina na se lae gari car da tongi bi fe gari masada ka lakan du loi re sai je dum nungsa ga sabo khun mar dun tor ga ba khar ga pen ga tor la ko kam bu din ko mas upun napsen me de masu du yad re bung du yeng ba aduna ikoi yam kan honari aduga even cement concrete road control na ba plan tor ikoi cement concrete road sai khuding gi sum ko las tha ba jina yum di sum nem thagre lambi sum pakhale aduna ising gidang chawga loina yum da sanga ga leis ana koi madugi plan koi fajana tawri adagi si hujik cancer hospital we are targeting to inaugurate by September hujik PPE model da Guwahati da Tata gi sangha kare hoi moina khoi dagi advance kar wai gi but ekhoi gi leiba landlock adagi train gi khudong sabal lai taba pot sai gi mamal tang ba tauba khotpa sumba mayam sina ekhoi da sumba du gi ketang kaino wai ba na khudong cha da budi lai taba nati adubu Manipur hiram mayam da ekhoi chi makok tharga sali bani AIMS ki thakta ekhoi gi anta gi political party gi ekhoi Bharatiya Janata Party gi manifesto da yawbani AIMS ki thakta pukhatna bagi ado ai ngarang suma ekhoi collecting khanna bada yara ke anu boina man lingbiu hai sena JNIMS dum laijaba RIMS dum laiba Sarsanpur gi dum laiba aduga ekhoi gi AIMS ki thakta atopa jaga amada AIMS mak amalin khatpiu haina haisi haidana ko manifesto da yauri do tawradabani akoi BJP gi yam sathi ba ma tawne di tawuni ko aduna AIMS level ke hospital tama institute ma thambai do khoi gi madu khoi commitment ni madu ma ingana khu donor ministry ga kui ni wari sai nahan joi Delhi se paga na jo hodok charame aduna khoi triple IT gi hujik yam kana construction tawri adagi sidai da nahan technical university MBA gi laire khoi da adagi BBA gi adagi master gi khoi gi kano gi khoi engineering gi sigi pon mayam si yam phajana khoi da laire satra nahan do 600 ki matak lewe mapan tam chakada ba tawdo mayam adu huje khoi IS ki coaching mayam hena khange satra chani ni huje coaching tawris total Manipur da virtual tawba chahum amaga tarkana puna 500 student ne koina pirise aduga direct coaching pibana satra chani muni aduna khoi infrastructure covid ki handa ki sidai da khoi da chowa para amatame aduna ina kaino sing da health ki principal secretary su yaure lairiba khoi ki oxygen plant kari kari mayam se nan kana no koi oxygen plant ama yad re na ma hapsal ko da mamangi 1991 ava linkhalam bo mane khabar du na irei du di ngarang na hana khoina linkhat ki ba covid ki da linkhat ki bu gi type te irei media kangbu shi ai so werak pani na ko du budi kaisu akhoi da soi ba thi bani ba media se to budi ado aduna yamna hujik covid tu no mar mor kan da hujik khoi ki hospital kaino ki kairau gi da leiriba covid hospital bed sani gi 50 bedded ICU bed yaw bani natram sir 50 adu hujik function phajanu tawdri nani covid fagram ni na adu ba khoi atopa da karam bada angang gi wena sena sira hujik kaino ki su maternity gi adu ga maternity hospital ama koi specially linked na bagi koi no plan to bune madu sanction la kare 24 crore 26 crore subject to correction madu tongana ama sagadra natraga hana gi se to gudra ba koi gi madu gi decision logli hojiti minister ama sula abani na koi tanar ga to mina si aduna ai gi once again ai आप लोग को जस्ट बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप लोग का टीम जो है जो आपने ह्यूमैनिटी सर्विस में जो सोच के after thinking lots I think you might have taken this decision to serve the peoples, to serve the needy peoples, and it will definitely help to the far-flung area where the our doctors could not reach there, the specialist doctors, due to the shortage of specialists. We are not able to provide in all the district hospital, but after having this kind of facilities, the old specialist doctor now can attend at various places, and it will help definitely to save the lives. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thagatsari, Honorable CM of Manipur, ngasigi launching amadi inauguration of 10-bed ICU project asigi matangda yamna marik chumba wafam sing thambi khiba amadi project asina Manipur praja singda kanaba pubar kadori basingi matangda shu marik chumba wafam thambir magi damak sarbu hainingai leitana hanna thagat ba phongdok sari matang asidi is now time for vote of thanks. So I would like to request Mr. Bizoya Loitongbam, policy lead and any program coordinator, e-government foundation, to propose the vote of thanks of today's function. Over to Mrs. Bizoya Loitongbam.
As I begin my vote of thanks, I must say that today's happy and proud inauguration of the 10-bed ICU project in Manipur has been possible because of the tireless work and support of many of you over the last 9.5 months. So I will fail in my duty if I do not acknowledge the help and support I have received from each one of you. So please allow me a little indulgence to take time and thank all concerned. But before I do that, let me express the feeling of hope and optimism this project has instilled. Economists say disasters like COVID pandemic are critical junctures in the history of a nation. Policy decisions taken at such junctures offer a possibility to change the development trajectory of the nation. While time will tell whether the policy decisions that have taken now in setting up of the project will realize the ambition of bringing transformational change in the institutional arrangement of our health system. What I can say now is COVID-19 has brought people from different walks of life to come together and work towards bringing transformational change. About a year ago, when we were all distressed by the second wave of COVID, it would have been very difficult to imagine this day when Honorable Chief Minister is with us, inaugurating the critical care facility alongside the ministers and the dignitaries from the state and the project team led by Mr. Srikant. Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for believing in the project and setting the ambition and vision of the project. I assure you that all of us will dedicate ourselves with full commitment to realize the vision and the goals you have set for all of us. Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Thank you, Honorable Minister for Medical, Health and Family Welfare. Sir, in fact, it was your support in early July 2021 that led to the signing of the MOU of this project. Now we look forward to your strong support in making the implementation and in achieving the project outcome. Thanks to Honorable Minister, Social Welfare, Honorable Minister, PhD, Honorable MLA Kairao, Honorable MLA Lamlai for gracing and supporting the event. We all will be needing your active involvement and support in an effort in strengthening the hospitals. Thanks to respected Chief Secretary for taking out time and gracing the event. I would also like to thank Nandan Nilekani for gracing the event and sharing his experience. Special thanks to Mr. Nachiket Moore, who is on Zoom with us, who have been the invisible hand guiding us since the inception of the project. Sir, hi, thank you. Indeed, the 9 months of implementing the project in Manipur has been overwhelming experience for all of us. We also heard a few skeptical comments such as, "Yaro Manipur da tawa thabak pu yaroi, adusu government ga tawmina ba thabak pu oiroi nangi wado." I must proudly say that today, together, we have proved such skeptical comments wrong. All credit to the unstinted support from the Health Department. First, thank you very much, our additional Chief Secretary, Sir Mang. He's always there on, if I WhatsApp also, he'll just reply immediately. You are always there to ensure that the project gets all possible support and is carried out in a very systematic manner. Thank you, Director Sir Rajo. Your promptness in issuing any advisory made it possible for us to carry out the project actively as per timeline. Thank you, Additional Director, Madam Baby Chan. I don't know where she has been traveling to all sides like, so let me first see. I don't believe what you are saying. So she has traveled all. And a very special thank to Joint Secretary Madam Lantanpur, who is not here, who believe in the project like she has been like a rock, and she always went out of her way to help. Thanks to all the DCs. Special thanks to Dinah, I don't know whether she's here, Imphal is DC, for enabling the partnership. We all know technology plays a critical role in the project, and without the support of IT department, we could not have done live with the TeleICU module. So I thank IT Deputy Director Robert Sharma and Bikramjit for helping us with the setting up of the subdomain for our cloud. Thank you, Sairangba, State Program Coordinator, NHM, for quickly setting up the internet facility in POC locations like Chandel, Ukhrul, Churchandpur. It's a matter of great pride that Manipur is the first state in India to have TeleICU IT infrastructure. Linking all IC units in the district to a centralized hub in JNIMS. This wouldn't have been a reality without JNIMS, Team JNIMS. Thanks, Director JNIMS, Sir Deven. Your faith in your team's decision to manage the TeleICU hub and the freedom you gave to your doctors resulted in JNIMS team quickly owning the technology we have built. Thanks, Dr. Thoibe Hanba, for being our champion, for neutralizing all the opposing voices, and for constantly motivating us. Thanks, Dr. Rakesh, for collaborating to create knowledge resource for TeleICU. Like Sir Deven said, I strongly feel JNIMS, Manipur is going to give India the TeleICU model. India is going to replicate the Manipur model. I want to thank all our CMO and MS. All of us have learned so much from you. So many of you inspire us to work harder. I don't know whether CMO Tamenglong, Dr. Gracie is here. Her compassion for her people kept us motivated to work tirelessly to complete the project. Dr. Raikhan, MS Ukhrul, he kept on pushing me. Bisoya, we need to improve the financial sustainability. Think, how do we generate income? And the list goes on. I can go on. So thanks to all our vendors, especially BPL, for ensuring prompt delivery and installation in most remotest location. I mean, in places like Nagaland, Meghalaya. Thanks, Rajesh Sethi, for your extreme sense of ownership and commitment. The way you work never made us feel that you are an outsider to the organization. Thanks to our documentation partner, Universe Studio, very young team from Imphal, Seaman Jackson, for all the excellent documentation, including today's video. Thanks, KhutSem Live, for managing the event so seamlessly. Thanks to Mediland, our field partner, Dayanand, and his efficient team for swiftly complementing the implementation prerequisites and always raising to any kind of emergency occasion. And I would like to specially thank Thokchom Kazal of Mediland. You have been a pillar of strength for all of us. We could not have done this without you, Kazal. Thanks to our NGO partner, Karuna Trust, Venkat Garu, for ensuring timely support, whether it be delivery of equipment, land cabling, Diganta from Assam for smoothing the field coordination. Thanks to PFI team, Simaji, the Chief Minister's Honorable CM is saying that we need to generate revenue of the district hospital, so PFI is going to play a very important role there. Obviously, without the support of donors, the project could not have become a reality. Thanks, Mr. Vinod Khosla, for the generous donation that kick-started the project in the 5 states in Northeast. Thanks, HDFC Bank. Thanks, Hamilton, for donating ventilators. Thanks, Google Cloud, for providing the credit for cloud account. Now coming to the orchestrator of the 10-bed ICU project, the e-government foundation team. Thanks our tech and operation team, Dr. Atul, Aparna, Jijin, Amruta, Bodhi, Matthew, and all. Thanks, Bala, for committing your time to raise fund. Thanks, James, our volunteer, who has been volunteering and running across hospital in setting up the spokes. And most importantly, thanks, Srikant sir, for bringing everyone together through the transformational idea of the 10-bed ICU project. I don't know whether he is a very well-known technocrat in the world. He left Silicon Valley, came to India, and the Aadhaar, he was a CTO of Aadhaar, and several other projects he has done. And we have a lot to learn, his humility and various other. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all of you present here, and also those who have joined through Zoom for taking out time and supporting the project. And a very special thanks to our friends from media for covering the event. Thank you very much, Thagachari.
Masigi program asi matang asida lushanzari haina lapthoksari.
Thanks everyone again, and thanks to the Zoom audience. So we're concluding the event right now.